Christmas is near, very near, and this is directed to people who are grieving or who are, dealing with the challenges that sometimes life brings us. And this is what I need you to know. For me, and I can only speak for me, my husband, healthy, oh so loved husband, was killed August 1st, 2014. And that first Thanksgiving and Christmas were extremely challenging. And for me, I think if you're in my position or similar position, you must give yourself permission to grieve through those holidays. For me, I couldn't pretend like nothing was wrong, or I couldn't pretend that they were still, in fact, even more challenging days than the others, because they were the first. The first Thanksgiving, which was right after Bill's birthday, and the first Christmas. For me, in this, just do what you need to do. But for me, I had to acknowledge that. I had to just say that. And I think it's also okay if you don't want to even participate, or if you don't want to acknowledge the holiday. I think that's better than not acknowledging the death. I really, really do. And if you can do both, if you can acknowledge the death or whatever the trauma is in your life, and also acknowledge the holiday the very best you can, and maybe that's not very good, but just in some little way, I think that's the best you can do. And you just have to, I know I hear people say, well, they need to do it for the family. But you know what? If your family loves you, and I'm sure they do, they need to let you grieve in your own way. They need to let you do that, because there is no easy way. There is no skipping over the holidays, for me anyway. That's just me. And from someone who came from such darkness, where my very, very best hope for a new day was that I would not live to see it, to arrive to a day now where it's not chronologically possible for me to live as long as it would take to do all the things I want and feel I need to do. So, what worked for me and what has continued to work for me is to let grieving process me. I think if you're manipulating your moods, or you're not acknowledging your grieving, I don't know how that works. I don't. I think you have to feel, quite literally, feel your way through the darkness. You have to feel every single thing through the darkness. Otherwise, you time goes by and maybe you kind of forget, or maybe you just kind of have blocked things out. I don't think you get through it without feeling. I just don't, for me anyway. And I find it miraculous, I mean truly miraculous, to be at the place where I am now. I find it astonishing, absolutely astonishing. So if I can help anybody, or one person even, if I can help one person come out of that darkness through the other side, my life will be worth living. It will be well worth living. So that's what I have to share with you today. That, when you're, sitting, staring at that Christmas tree, if somebody was so brave to put one up, go ahead and acknowledge the Christmas, of course. But don't pretend like it's just any Christmas, especially if it's the first one. Just don't pretend. That's the thing. Because you're pretending is stifling feelings, and I just don't think that's ever good. I just don't think it is, for me anyway. That I couldn't. I just couldn't. I had to let grieving process me. So whatever your challenge, whatever your difficulty, and maybe this is the 10th Christmas or the 12th Christmas after a loss, it's still, I just think you should still acknowledge in your heart, if that was a loved one or someone important in your life, or even just a casual, acquaintance, I I think they deserve that acknowledgement. I just think they deserve it. And if it means crying, wonderful. Go ahead and be a human all day long. I just think it's okay to feel what you feel. That's all. So I wish you a merry, miraculous Christmas, because this Christmas for me is truly miraculous. I mean, truly, truly miraculous. And I thank you for coming back to my little YouTube channel. And visit me on Facebook if you like, or my website called Julie Whitlatch, or I don't even know what the heck it's called. Whitlatch Words, I guess. So, thank you again for coming, and I love, love, love you. And I hope you come back. Bye.